The Bianconeri the Red Devils are in advanced talks over a swap deal between the Dutchman and Juve star Dusan Vlahovic. According to Spanish source Fichajes Age, T90 minutes, Vlahovic's contract at Juventus expires in June 2026. The Italians do not seem to be willing to give in to his wage demands for a renewal, thus resulting in the striker being linked with a number of clubs, Man United included. Thiago Motta has worked with Xerxes previously, so it is no surprise that he wants to reunite with him in Turin. Dusan Vlahovic has proven himself as a lethal marksman in the Serie A as well as in the Champions League, so Manchester United will be confident that he fires on all guns in the Premier League too. The former Fiorentina hitman could also be open to moving to England, with the Red Devils likely to be among those who meet his wage requirements. It remains to be seen how much Man United as well as Juve values Xerxes at, as his inclusion in a swap deal would drive down Vlahovic's price. The latter's valuation on Transfermarkt stands at £50 million, a fee that could be deemed fair given that his contract will enter its final 12 months at the end of the ongoing campaign. By swapping Joshua Xerxes and Dusan Vlahovic, United would be able to easily get rid of a flop that their former manager, Erik ten Hag, had signed, while landing one of the world's most potent strikers in the final third. Vlahovic's signing would not only come at a reduced price but could also see the club give up on Victor Gyökeres' lucrative move in the summer. Manchester United star Alejandro Garnacho has been set for sale by the club, who want to rebuild their squad for Ruben Amorim. Garnacho snatched the assist for Bruno Fernandes as the Red Devils beat Arsenal in penalties en route to the fourth round of the FA Cup, but the Argentina has struggled for starts since Amorim took over at the club. Amad Diallo, who recently signed a new deal, has been just one player preferred by the new manager. With Manchester United looking to spend money this month, sales may be necessary in order to improve the team, with Garnacho a prime candidate to be sold. Garnacho signed from Atletico Madrid as a youth player and was named as one of the most exciting teenagers in world football by 442 before turning 20. The winger announced himself with the Puskas award-winning goal against Everton and established himself as Erik ten Hag's starting right winger, ahead of Antony, Manchester United's second most expensive signing ever, but may now be sacrificed with virtually no United player untouchable when it comes to sales, according to the Manchester Evening News. Now, a report from Italian newspaper Corriere dello Sport says that Napoli boss Antonio Conte has identified Garnacho as his prime candidate to replace Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. Georgian, ranked at no. 6 in 442's list of the best left wingers in the world right now, is on the verge of a surprise exit this month, with Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool both said to be interested. Manchester City will reportedly let Kyle Walker leave on a free transfer in January if he does not agree to stay put at the Etihad, which comes as a bonus for Milan, whose directors are working on a deal for the 34-year-old England international. According to the latest reports, Pep Guardiola confirmed earlier in the week that Walker has asked to leave the club in the January transfer window to finish off his career with an experience abroad. Though there have been suggestions that he could be heading for the Saudi Pro League, it is Milan who have come out as the frontrunners to land the right-back signature this month. Now, there is a claim that if Walker does not agree to stay on with Manchester City, he will be allowed to leave for free as a gesture of goodwill after 7.5 years of service, 6 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, 4 EFL Cups and a Champions League. That means that if a deal with Milan were to go through, the Rossoneri would only need to cover his wages and bonuses. That is still not a particularly cheap operation, as Walker reportedly earns around 9 meters per season, not including bonuses, and is reportedly seeking a 2.5-year contract. Walker is not the only England international. Milan have been linked with this transfer window. There are also reports that the Rossoneri are working on a deal with Manchester United for Marcus Rashford. Due to Serie A rules, however, clubs are currently only allowed to register one new player from the UK per transfer window, which means that Milan will not be able to sign both Walker and Rashford. Aston Villa have struck a deal with Borussia Dortmund to sign Daniel Malin in a package worth an initial £20 million, and Unai Emery is poised to make the Dutchman, a long-time target, his first signing of the year. Emery admires forwards who can play across several positions, and Malin, who has won 41 caps for the Netherlands, will bolster his front line, which features Ollie Watkins, John Duran, Morgan Rogers and Leon Bailey. Malin has scored 5 goals in 21 matches for Dortmund this season. Emery was attracted to Rogers, a revelation after arriving from Middlesbrough last January in a £15 million deal, in part owing to his versatility. Malin was an influential part of the Dortmund team that reached last season's Champions League final, in which Villa's summer signing Ian Motson also played. Villa planned to make a couple more signings, with Celta Vigo's full-back Asker Mingueza another priority target. Villa's president of football operations, Monchi, was in Spain last week to watch the 25-year-old defender. The Spain international would provide competition for Matty Cash and potentially allow Kosta Nedeljkovic to depart on loan. Villa could face a tricky decision on Duran if European heavyweights such as Paris Saint-Germain crystallize their interest in the Colombia forward. Duran would command a huge fee after scoring 12 goals in 26 games this season. The Villa winger Jadon Philogene, who returned in the summer from Hull, is likely to depart this month, with Ipswich the front-runners to sign him. Diego Carlos, one of the club's high earners, is in talks over a move to Fenerbahce. Offloading Carlos would help Villa comply with profitability and sustainability regulations. Chelsea are asking for more than £20 million to sell Renato Vega, who is wanted by Dortmund on loan with an option to buy. Vega, who can play at left back, centre back or in central midfield, is keen for a new challenge despite joining Chelsea for £12 million from FC Basel last summer. The 21-year-old, who is said to have agreed terms with Dortmund, has made 7 Premier League appearances and is keen to find regular football. It is thought that Vega's desire to leave is partly down to his aim to secure a place in Portugal's squad for the 2026 World Cup. However, Chelsea do not want to let him out on loan and are adamant they will consider only a permanent deal. The club could make a profit if Vega, who has also been linked with Napoli, is sold. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.